and gentlemen, it's often said that there is no such thing as a free lunch. Another common belief is politicians often rob Peter to pay Paul. Well, what happened in Maharashtra and now what is happening in Delhi best sums this up. It's raining sops and freebies in the national capital as elections draw closer. After announcing 2,100 rupees monthly for women if the Aam Aadmi Party wins, Arvind Kejriwal has now turned to senior citizens with his Sanjeevani Yojana. Now, this ambitious healthcare scheme promises free treatment for those above 60, and not just in government hospitals, but private ones too. And what's more, there's no upper limit on treatment cost, making it one of the most generous schemes as far as health is concerned so far. Let's first listen in to Mr. Kejriwal.
दिल्ली के बुजुर्गों के लिए मैं संजीवनी योजना का ऐलान करने जा रहा हूं कि 60 साल से ऊपर के हमारे जितने बुजुर्ग हैं उन बुजुर्गों का पूरा इलाज फ्री करवाया जाएगा। इसकी चुनाव के बाद हम योजना लेके आएंगे, योजना पारित करेंगे। वो चाहे सरकारी अस्पताल में इलाज कराना चाहें, चाहे प्राइवेट अस्पताल में इलाज कराना चाहें, उनका पूरा इलाज फ्री कराया जाएगा। इसमें कोई बीपीएल, एपीएल, टीपीएल, आरपीएल कोई लिमिट नहीं होगी। सबका इलाज, चाहे अमीर हो चाहे गरीब हो, सबका इलाज मुफ्त कराया जाएगा और कोई अपर लिमिट नहीं होगी। आप जितना आपका बीमारी पे खर्चा आएगा उसका सारा खर्चा दिल्ली सरकार वहन करेगी।
Now, there are some details, ladies and gentlemen, that are very conveniently still not out in the public domain, like who the scheme applies to. Is it for everyone in Delhi or is it only for the lower income group? But what is absolutely clear is that this is AAP's firm counter to the Prime Minister's Ayushman Bharat healthcare plan. Keep in mind, Delhi is one of the only 2 states that are yet to implement Ayushman Bharat, much to the irritation of the BJP. The other state is West Bengal. Now, Ayushman Bharat offers 5 lakh rupees per family annually, with the cost split 60% by the centre and 40% by the state, and it benefits around 55 crore people across this country. In fact, under a newly announced initiative, all those above the age of 70 can avail up to 5 lakh rupees in treatment irrespective of their family income. This is the central government scheme. In contrast, the Aam Aadmi Party's Sanjeevani Yojana has no cap on treatment cost. So if your treatment cost is 5 rupees, great. If it is 5 crore rupees, that will be borne by the Delhi government as well. And this entire cost will be borne by the government. And as I said, you can get your treatment. If you're above 60, you can get your treatment not just in a government hospital, but in any private hospital. And there is no upper limit on how much spending can take place. This move, ladies and gentlemen, is targeting the 21 lakh senior citizens in Delhi. But here's the fine print. Registration for the scheme begins soon. Yet, ladies and gentlemen, its implementation depends entirely on whether the Aam Aadmi Party wins the election. Much like the Mahila Samman Yojana that promised 1,000 rupees to women in Delhi some 8 months ago. That money is yet to come into women's accounts. So it's, well, the freebie model is the same as in Maharashtra, only the Maharashtra government decided to give the freebies, delay the elections for a bit, let the freebies sink in, and then go to the polls to reap the benefit. The Aam Aadmi Party is saying, guys, vote for us. If you do, this is how you benefit. The eternal debate is always this. Is this reverie or should it be looked at something that actually benefits citizens who need this help? Question also is, can Delhi afford it? As you know, Delhi is grappling with financial challenges and the state is expected to go into fiscal deficit for the first time in recent history in 35 years. So tonight we are asking, are these schemes a lifeline for people or is it simply a drain on resources? We pay taxes and politicians with our taxes dole out these reveries. My guest this evening, Shelley Oberoi, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, Dr. Anil Gupta, spokesperson of the Delhi BJP, joining us on the broadcast, Dr. Sanjeev Bagai, chairperson of the Nephron Clinic. Thank you very much. Vijay Sardana ji is a senior economist, joining us on the broadcast as well. Shelley Oberoi, good evening. Good to have you on the show. Before I start the debate, I just quickly wanted a little information, because it's a fine print that I couldn't locate in the public domain, so I decided that it was best to ask you. Can you help me understand whether the scheme that Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has announced today, the one that benefits everyone who's above the age of 60 years, whether this is for everyone in Delhi irrespective of their income bracket, or is it for people whose family income is less than 5 lakh or 8 lakh? Could you just shed some light on that first?
See, since the inception of Aam Aadmi Party in last 10 years, Aam Aadmi Party promised free bees. So Aam Aadmi Party did fulfill all the promises. They provided free electricity, provided free water, free education, free hospital care, mohalla clinics, free bus ride, Tirth Yatra for elderly people, then 1,000 rupees for every woman of Delhi, which was later on increased to 2,100. But today, Arvind Kejriwal ji announced a scheme, that is the Sanjeevani Yojana, and this scheme is applicable for 60 plus people. Every person who is 60 plus is eligible for this scheme, and free treatment would be provided to every person who is 60 above, irrespective of the income group. It means this scheme is provided to even poor people as well as the rich class people, and there is no upper limit for the treatment. Delhi government will bear all the cost, and also the scheme is a very transformative initiative for Delhi people, and we are so proud to announce the scheme. And let me tell you, Delhi government has spent approximately 13% of the Delhi budget always in the healthcare.
Okay, Shelley ji, so I needed that. I needed that detail, and I'm glad you give it to me, because you are telling me that anyone above the age of 60 in the national capital, irrespective of how much money you have in the bank account, can walk into any hospital, government or private, and can avail treatment, and there is no upper limit to that treatment. Therefore, Dr. Anil Gupta, spokesperson of the Delhi BJP, this is one of the most generous healthcare schemes that is being announced by any government in any part of this country. Why should the BJP have an objective to it? After all, I know you keep saying कि आप वालों को देखो, आयुष्मान भारत को नहीं लगाते, Delhi people are not benefiting, but here Delhi people benefit because your scheme has an upper limit of 5 lakh rupees for treatment of anyone above the age of 70. Their scheme has reduced the age to 60, anyone above 60, and they have no upper limit, so theirs is a better scheme. Why insist कि आम आदमी पार्टी अभी आयुष्मान भारत लगाए?
Yeah, Shreyaji, good evening to you and all the viewers. You know, announcing something and implementing something is two different things. Kejriwal ji himself told that he's a magician and he creates illusion. But in actual terms, he delivers nothing. You know, before the Lok Sabha election, I was in debate with you. He announced to give rupees 1,000 to the women of Delhi. What happened? Even today, not even a single penny has been given to the women of Delhi. Now he has increased to 2,100. What will happen in future? Nothing new. You know, the Delhi government is in deficit. You know, for last 10 years, he is not able to construct even a new single hospitals, new hospitals. These 6 hospitals are in need of major redevelopment. There is a budget pending. Not even a single penny has been given for redevelopment of these 2. On the other hand, under the leadership of Shri Narendra Modi ji, we have delivered the Ayushman Yojana, wherein actually 7 crores people have been benefit, 36 crores have been enrolled, and they are getting benefit. So that is the actual things. And they talked of the free electricity. If you talk to 20 lakhs shopkeepers and the industries of Delhi, they are paying electricity at the rate of rupees 18 to 22 per unit. Delhi has the highest tariff of commercial industrial tariff in Delhi. That is on record. Even in the water, they say claim to the free. You know, 25 lakhs people are suffering from the waterborne disease. The dirty water they are supplying. So announcing and delivering are two different things.
Dr.
As a
Gupta.
magician, he can, yes.
Okay. अच्छा Dr. Gupta, there are two things. You talk about deficit. तो वो fiscal deficit अगर दिल्ली में है for the first time in 35 years, वो तो महाराष्ट्र में 2.6% of the GDP, but they announced the Ladki Behan Yojana, and they won the election also because of that. So if the Aam Aadmi Party is trying to replicate and copy what the BJP did in Maharashtra, imitation is the best form of flattery. आपको तो खुश होना चाहिए, ये देखो ये लोग हमको देख के कुछ नया चीज announce कर रहे हैं. But Dr. Gupta, I'm asking you a simple question. Given the fact that on paper, the Delhi government scheme is better than the central government scheme as far as senior citizens are concerned, इसमें तो the BJP should say अच्छी बात है, let's just stick with this, because after all you are also accountable to the people of Delhi.
Kejriwal ji is free to announce anything. He himself told that he's a magician. He created illusion. But what in actual on the Dharatal? Nothing is delivered. This is what I'm trying to explain.
नहीं बिल्कुल.
Sir, he's, you take your camera to any hospital. You take your camera to any hospital. There are the long queues. You don't get ultrasound for 1 month. This is the way you get fake medicine there. You even sometimes you don't get any medicine. You take your camera to any hospitals. Why there was no redevelopment of 6 hospitals that is pending before the fund? Why there is no? He claimed 10 years before that new hospital will be constructed. What happened? Not even a single hospital. So it is an illusion. If citizens of Delhi are not living in illusion, they are living in the actual. So they are now aware what fake promises Kejriwal ji is making. Yes.
Okay. So here's the problem, and there's a problem across Delhi hospitals. It's not just Delhi government hospitals. Even a hospital like the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Dr. Saab, as you would know, if you want an orthopedic surgery there, the wait is 12 months. तो दिल्ली के अस्पतालों की तो बात जितनी कम की जाए उतना अच्छा है. But Shelly Oberoi, Dr. Anil Gupta has a point here. He's saying 8 months ago, what did you do? You said 1,000 rupees to all women in Delhi. दिए आपने 8 महीने हो गए. You have not given even a single penny. Now you're saying no, let us win elections. उसके बाद 2,100 रुपए in every account, 2,100 rupees in every account. Who will believe you? He's saying they can promise anything. The problem with the Aam Aadmi Party, whether it is in Delhi or in Punjab, is delivery. Promise कर देते, delivery के पैसे नहीं होते.
देखिए, आम आदमी पार्टी ने आज तक जो प्रोमिसेस करे, फ्री बिजली का, फ्री पानी का, महिलाओं के लिए फ्री बस यात्रा हो, बुजुर्गों के लिए तीर्थ यात्रा हो, अच्छी एजुकेशन मॉडल हो, अच्छे हेल्थ सिस्टम हो, सब कुछ डिलीवर किया है. एंड एवरीबडी नोज दैट दिस 1000 स्कीम वाज अनाउंस्ड इन द मंथ ऑफ मार्च, एंड आफ्टर दैट our leaders at that time were behind the bars, and everybody rose why that scheme could not be implemented. Now every leader is out of jail now, and we are totally working on the women's security as well as providing the women empowerment schemes to the Delhi people. Number one, ask Dr. Anil Gupta, what about the CAG report which quoted that Ayushman Yojana is a big scam where lakhs of fake beneficiaries are availing such schemes? What about that? And also there are many restrictions on that scheme. Number one, anyone who owns Pakka Makan is denied for providing that facility. Number two, if anyone who is owning even a two-wheeler is being denied of such scheme. But our scheme, Sanjeevani Yojana,
I have two critical questions that I need answered on this debate, Shelly ji. You have made your point. I have two critical questions that need to be to be answered, and that can be only done with the other two guests. Dr. Sanjeev Bagai, the fact is that the Delhi government is saying, sir, government hospital nahi, private hospitals will also be dragged into this. Are private hospitals ready for this, given the fact that ECHS ke bills clear nahi hote, CGHS ke bills clear nahi hote, the Delhi government is going in deficit? Are private hospitals okay with the Delhi government's move? Will they be forced to accept it, or can they say no?
Good evening, everyone. Totally being apolitical, I think Delhi citizens are just oscillating between visions of illusions and delusions of grandeur. I think everything which has been promised has not been delivered. Let's look at factual facts as they stand. Electricity is much more expensive. We being taken for a ride and being given free electricity to the poor people. No one asked us what is happening. There is no clean water. We get sewage most of the time in our taps. sewage water in case the water comes. The waste management of Delhi is perhaps one amongst the worst in India. Period. Finished. You have dhalaus outside people's residential homes. The Delhi deficit is approximately 6,500 crores. The Delhi health budget has been decreased by 11%. A national survey has said these freebies, which should never be mixed with social welfare schemes. I think the mistake people make is they consider freebies as social welfare schemes. 56% have said that these freebies are unnecessary. 78% they said that it's unfair tactics. 61% have said that it's illogical financially, and 84% said it's an economic disaster. The logistics of this, please understand the impact. There are 21 lakh, that's 2 million people above the age of 60 in Delhi. In a private hospital with no upper cap of treatment, a renal transplant can take between 8 to 10 lakhs as cost. A liver transplant is 23 to 25 lakhs as cost. A CABG, a bypass surgery, is 5 to 7 lakhs as cost. Who's going to bear the brunt? A knee replacement is 5 to 6 lakhs. A bilateral hip is 10 to 12 lakhs. Who is going to bear the cost? This entire concept is ridden with illogical thoughts. The burden is going to be on the public finances. It's against the basic free and fair election code. How can you give an illusion of bribing residents as citizens? Vote for me and I'll give you this. If you're good enough, win it on your own. Why are you using public exchequer money?
It's now
and
the trend.
If you were planning such a fantastic scheme, why was it not done 11 years back? This is going to bring about dependency culture.
It's now the trend, and unfortunately, it's a winning trend. When you have Ladki Behan Yojana win the Maha Vikas Agadi, the election, it's a winning trend. Everyone will follow it. But Vijay Sardana, again the question comes, Maharashtra didn't have the money, yet they did what they did. Does Delhi have the money? Because Delhi's financial health has looked pretty okay in the last 30-32 years. Now Arvind Kejriwal does say, मेरे पास झाड़ू है विजय सरदाना, मैं तो सारी गंदगी का सफाई करता हूँ, करप्शन का सफाई करता हूँ और पैसा मेरे पास अपने आप आ जाता है. Mr. Vijay Sardana, does Delhi have the money for this scheme? Very good on paper, but do we have the money? And who will pay for it?
Madam, one thing is very clear. If you remember, the Honorable Finance Minister Manmohan ji said कि पेड़ पैसे जो पैसे हैं वो पेड़ पे नहीं लगते. Tell me one thing: how much money the Kejriwal or Aam Aadmi Party will contribute for all these charity which they are planning to do for Delhi? From where they will get? There are only two options to get: either you increase the taxes or you borrow the money from the market. Will you increase the taxes? They cannot do that because they will upset the voters. Second option is you borrow the money from the market. Who will pay? The fact of the matter is, the fixed liability of states will increase every year. These politicians will leave the chair after 3, 4, 5 years, enjoying at the taxpayers' money. The future government and future citizens have to bear the brunt. So they are only exploiting the sentiments of citizens for their personal perks and power enjoyment, nothing else. And I'm not saying this. This is the statement. Let me read out, and then I'll give you more facts for the people, those who are watching. I request all the viewers of your channel, please download or go to internet and download Delhi High Court statement of 26th April 2024. Delhi government is only interested in appropriation of power and failed to supply even the books to the students. This is statement of Delhi High Court acting Chief Justice at that time. It is very clear and it is on internet. It is in the court. It's not my personal statement. Now come back to the financials of the health budget. The same government in 2022-23, and I'm reading the budget statement of the Aam Aadmi Party. So they may talk anything, but they should not ignore their own document. Aam Aadmi Party promised in 2022-23 for health, they will invest 9,769 crores. They had no money. They had to cut down their budget by 16%. They were only able to spend 8,250. This is existing. Current status is Delhi government is in deficit. They are not able to maintain their existing hospitals. They don't have money. They don't have medicines. They don't have anything. Now they're only promising, and the worst part is they are saying irrespective, even the rich people of the Delhi are considered as beggars, that we will give you everything free. Now look at what will happen. All the people, those who are living in Delhi, I will invite all the old people from different states, my uncle, auntie, father, mother, those who are not living in Delhi, come in Delhi, I'll give you free treatment. Will Mr. Kejriwal will say no to it?
Yeah.
Who will bear that? Now Delhi will become like what happened in liquor policy case. Delhi become the smuggling route for liquor because all the things were given in such a manner, one bottle, one free. Every state was buying from Delhi and supplying to the booth. Same will happen here.
So you have given us something to think about. You have given us something to think about. You have given our viewers something to think about. There are going to be logistical challenges. Who are you going to say yes to? Who are you going to say no to? We'll leave it there for the moment. Vijay Sardana, thank you. Thank you very much. Dr. Anil Gupta, thank you very much. And Shelly Oberoi, thank you very much for joining us as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm slipping into a break on that note, but up next is the big Ambedkar face-off in Parliament. Did Amit Shah really insult Baba Saheb Ambedkar? That debate is up next. Do stay with us.